means telling things out well. What facts belong, it's hard to say.
Hello everyone, and welcome to part 3 of our Japan vlog series, where I took a day off work so Ruhi and I could head out to Yokohama, just a little bit west of Tokyo in Kanagawa Prefecture. We walked along the expansive waterfront, saw a life-size Gundam robot, and explored the largest Chinatown in Japan, and of course, it all started with a train ride. After we rode the Yokohama air cabin across the water, we first headed to Hawaiian Town for some lunch. On the first floor of the World Porter shopping mall, it carries all sorts of goods, brands, and food from Hawaii. It was like we never left home.
The dam is breaking in.
We didn't have time to head to the nearby Cosmo World with the Ferris wheel and rides, or to the Cup Noodles Museum where you can create your own cup of noodles. Instead, we headed straight ahead and walked the entirety of the Yokohama waterfront.
When we were young, running from all things at once, without thinking twice. And I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind. The stories I've been told, they never seem to leave my mind. And this road that I am on, I gotta stay here for some time. Time is gone and I grew up. I somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are, and if you found a way out from the dark. The stories I've been told.
お願いします。
以上でよろしいですか。
はい。
320円になります。
スイカ使ってもいいですか？
スイカをご利用いただけます。
Here for some time.
After a quick stop at the Elephant's Trunk Cafe, it was back on the path to check out the world-famous Gundam factory.
Clouds and thunders standing in my way. But I must try to figure it out anyway. Songs of worries travel with the storm.
But before we made it there, the beautiful Yamashita Park was just too tempting, and we pulled out our travel tarp and sat down to enjoy the view and do some people watching.
When you're gone, I know things won't be the same no more, I'm sure. It'll take a while 'cause I'm still sore, yeah, now. When you're gone, I know I still have a long way to walk, I'm sure. It'll take a while to reach the golden shore.
こちらはなおどなたでもご覧いただけますので、ぜひお立ち寄りください。
Finally, after a long walk and a long wait, we got to see the Gundam in action. It was pretty cool. The actual movement is incredibly slow though, so this footage is sped up to make it easier to watch. But after that, it was time to move on to our next stop, the famous Motomachi shopping district of Yokohama, where I had spent some time in my youth.
All right, so here we are in Motomachi. I used to work right down there somewhere. It's completely different now, so I'm not really sure, but this is the high-end shopping area.
At your own pace, you need to find your way.
And our last stop in Yokohama was exploring Chinatown, where we got to eat amazing food, check out some sights, and use some of the rusty Mandarin Chinese that we spent a decade picking up while we lived in China.
Matters to me. You do not know what I have in mind. I packed our bags, we'll be on our way.
哎，你好，一个红烧肉，一个辣的。还是
也有10块零食。
啊，等一会儿。10块。啊，好，可以。
I know what matters to you. But what do you want? What's your biggest need? Every hour we spend together, and suddenly the chances are small, just like the lottery.
The day was a lot of fun, but it was a little bittersweet since the next day we would be wrapping up our week in Japan and heading back to Hawaii. After a long train ride back to Asakusa, we finished off the evening back at our favorite izakaya for more delicious yakitori and people watching.
Together, and suddenly the chances are small, just like the lottery. I just hope we could stay together.